we have very clear, of course, very clearly discussed how you can able to take the form, how we can able to take the form. Sir, we can take the form. Next, and after that, how you can take different type of inputs. Input type is equal to text we took. Input type is equal to text we took. Next, and after that, input type is equal to, have you remembered any other things I took, sir? Email I took. Input type is equal to password. Have you remembered that? Input type is equal to password also I took. Next, any other things? Any other things? Sir, we took radio button I took, sir. Input type is equal to radio. Up to that we covered almost all the things. How you can able to implement radio button, how you can able to implement labels concept, labels concept, like this. Checkboxes we didn't discuss. Checkbox we didn't discuss. Of course, discuss some things I'm covering, sir. Okay, sir. Now this is the form what we have, sir. Here text box I covered, email we covered, passport we covered, radio type. Sir, if I can take text box, means normal text data. If I can take email, type in the email, what is the advantage we are going to get? What is the advantage we are going to get if I can take email? Can you please tell what advantage we are going to get? Yes, the biggest advantage we are going to get is email. Simple validation. @ symbol is there. After @ symbol, you are adding something or not at very top level. Email validation, it is going to do that. Okay. Next, and after that, password. Input type is equal to password. Okay. In the case of password, what is the advantage is it is going to mask, it is going to hide the original data, something like masking with the star symbols, or otherwise the text will be masked. That is the advantage with the password. Next, radio button we know, right? Next, sir, we cover, have you remembered how to define labels also? Yes, ma'am. How you can able to define labels also we discussed, right? Sir, label purpose is so to attach some text label to our input element, maybe for the text box, or maybe for radio button, or maybe for checkbox, like to attach some label to the input field, right? Something like assume the radio button, then automatically yes, radio button, yes, sir. Next, and after that, no, like this, right? Yes, sir, no. Sir, what is this yes and no? You can write normal text, or you can define this text by using label also. You can define this text by using label also, right? Sir, next, yesterday one student asked, what is the advantage of labeling? Except this attachment association or mapping, do you have any other advantages there or not? Yes, there are some other advantages also there. In CSS, this label tag is going to be very helpful, sir. Suppose all labels present inside my HTML form, can you please convert the data into uppercase letter, or can you please make the color as red? Okay, if you want to use a styling for input field labels, compulsory we require to use a label only. There is some advantages there with this label, man. In the future we are going to discuss, don't worry about that, sir. Just label means associating text for the input field. Don't feel like that. Suppose, what is the label? You know, right? Hey, respond. What is the label? You know already, right? You know already what is the meaning of label, sir? Label means, sir, very simple. Enter name, and then some text box by default will be there, sir. Do you know enter name? Something like some text box I want to take. Sir, this enter name itself is nothing but label. If you want, you can define normal text data or by using label. If I use by using label, then automatically the biggest advantage is next level styling will become very easy for us. Okay, remember in the CSS especially this label word is going to play the role, right? Okay, can I go to the next level? Yes, up to this already we discussed labels. Next, different input fields and so on. Next, do you know required? Already I covered, right? Respond, required attribute, already we discussed it, right? Required, what is the meaning of required? Required means what? Mandatory. Next, after required, next, even we covered about placeholder also. Sir, what is the difference between placeholder and value? Okay, what is the difference between placeholder and value? Sir, value can be used to provide default value. Right? Placeholder is nothing but just to indicate some please enter name and so on, like this, right? Okay, sir, value data by default enabled. That's why if you want to provide your own value, first you have to delete that default value, then only you have to enter. But in the case of placeholder, no default value, directly you can able to enter the data because display text is already in disabled mode. Clear, right? Are you able to understand? Okay, that's all. This is for placeholder. Validation is not there. For text box, for text you can able to define validation. That part I will discuss. Don't worry, Vinod. Yes, so there is some validation is there for the text field. Something like, hey, now only you require to enter only numbers only. You require to enter only alphabet symbols only. Minimum 4 letters, max 8 letters only. Such type of validations we can able to implement, right? Yes. How you can able to do that? We are not required to go to the JavaScript. We are not required to go to the next level. Only HTML. We have some solution in there. That part HTML validations, like I will cover. Right. Next, yesterday one student asked one beautiful doubt, sir. Even so, even I have that doubt in my mind. What the doubt is, sir? Here we are taking form. Assume that enter here. My requirement is enter name. Regarding enter name, like this I'm taking, sir. Enter name. Now I have to enter name. Like this. I'm going to enter the name. Sir, then what I have to do is, sir, submit button we have to take. Usually it is our requirement. Sir, submit button like that. Is there any way to define? Multiple submit buttons in the same form? Single form, multiple submit buttons. Is it possible or not? This is the question. Yesterday session one person asked. Possible or not possible? I want to take multiple submit buttons, right? Yes, it is possible. It is possible within the single form only. Multiple submit buttons we can able to define. Then how we can able to use that? What is the, sir, how implementation is going to be happen? That part I want to take care. Can I go for that? Okay, matter of 1 minute. I won't take much time. Just observe that. So my requirement is observe carefully, sir. Single form. Are you getting my requirement here? Single form. I want, sir. What is that? Single form. But multiple submit buttons. Multiple submit buttons, right? Submit buttons, sir. You people should be aware, especially working people. You can able to understand my terminology very easily. The remaining people also, sir, just think. Obviously, you are going to get, I'm sure, sir. Suppose assume that I'm not concentrating much on formats, styles, and so on. Concentrate only on data. Only on data, sir. Sir, I want some form is there, sir. This is just available one. So this is the body what we have. Sir, assume that form demo. This is the body what I have, sir. Now I'm taking form. Sir, enter something. I want to enter something. Yes, here I'm taking input type is equal to text. I'm taking input type is equal to text I'm taking. Next, and after that, name is equal to some username, something like I'm taking, sir. Value is equal to, okay, default value. I don't want to take any value, so that's all. This is just. Now take a bit very special care, sir. This is the form I have. Now listen very carefully, sir. This is the form I have. Here text box is there. This is the normal text for that. Enter something like this I'm taking, sir. Now my question here is, submit button must be required. Input type is equal to submit. Submit. Next, value is equal to edit like this I'm taking, sir. Value is equal to edit like this I'm taking. Now take a bit very special care, sir. Input type is equal to submit, value is equal to edit like this I'm taking. Now up to this, let me show how it looks like. Just observe that. Okay, text one, enter something. Are you in a position to see, right? Enter something, and then edit button is there, sir. Okay, if I click edit button, if I submit this button, enter some data, and then submit button, it should go to somewhere. It should go to somewhere. Sir, where I have to define that? Yesterday I covered. Can you please tell where I have to define that? If I submit this one, sir, to which page I have to go for? Here, form action is equal to results. Form action is equal to results dot html. Assume that, sir, results dot html. Like this I'm taking, sir. Now up to this, is it going to work or not? Sir, results dot html is already there. So thanks for confirmation. These are the results. Something like it's going to tell. Excellent. Already we covered, right? Sir, now here enter something, edit, then automatically thanks for confirmation. These are the results like this. Perfectly, edit button is working, sir. Any doubt up to this? Please respond. Any doubt up to this? Any doubt up to this? Related to the form? Related to the form? Like now I want to define multiple buttons like edit button, delete button, update button, edit button, delete button, login button. Like I want to do multiple buttons. What I have to take here is, let me take, sir. Let me take. Sir, second one is delete. I'm taking. Assume that delete. Third one, sir, I'm taking update. Assume that update like this. I'm taking edit, delete, update, something like this, right? Now, how many buttons are there? How many buttons are available, sir? Can you please have a look? Edit, delete, update. Sir, now how many forms are available? Can you please tell? How many forms are available? Only for one form. How many actions are available? Can you please tell? Only one action. Only one action. But how many buttons are available? 3 buttons, sir. Sir, if you click this button, edit button, delete button, update button, sir, every time it will goes to, sir, result page only. Yes, delete button. Sir, every time it will goes to, sir, result same page only. Then automatically, what is the difference between these 3 buttons functionality? Again, sometimes you are asking edit, sometimes you are asking delete, sometimes you are asking update. Where you can able to show the difference, right? Yes, that is the biggest sir, reason why we should go for back end. Remember that why we should go for back end. That is the biggest reason, right? Now what I want to take here is, for all these submit buttons, let me take name. Let me take name is equal to just I'm taking some action. Anyway, whatever the name you can use, no problem at all, because all these things related to the same form. That's right. Name is equal to action 1. Name is equal to action 1. Name is equal to action 1. Now think a bit carefully, sir. Okay, how many buttons are there? How many submit buttons are there? Please, how many submit buttons are there? 3. For all these 3 submit buttons, name is always same. Action 1 name is the same, but only difference is values will be varied. Regarding only difference is values will be varied. Correct or not? Values will be varied. Now take a bit very special care. If you click this submit button, to the back end, which value will go? Edit. Sir, what is the value of action 1? What is the value of button? Edit. Or otherwise, instead of this, sir, I'm taking button like this. I'm taking, sir. Assume that button like that. So here button like this. I'm taking, sir. Submit button. Edit, delete. What is the value of this button? If I click this, edit. What is the value of this button? If I click this button, delete. What is the update like this? Now have a look once. Listen very carefully, sir. Okay, let me refresh this one. Refresh this. Enter name Durga. Enter name Durga. Here form action already defined or not? Please respond. Action is already defined. Next, one more attribute will be there, sir. Just a method is equal to, sir, get. Remember this one. Method is equal to get. Anyway, we are not required to specify, but make sure you should have that knowledge, right? Method is equal to get, and another method is there, sir, post. Generally, we are always going to use either get or post. Okay. Now, listen this, sir. Let me refresh. Let me go to name is the Durga, sir. Name is the Durga. Edit. If I click edit button. Now the control will coming to target page, results page. But observe, can you please have a look once? Can you please have a look once at this one? Results.html and username Durga. Oh, what is the username he passed? Username Durga. And what is the button value? Edit. Oh, by getting the value of button, you can able to consider, you can able to know whether end user clicked edit button or delete button or update button. 1 minute, sir. Next time, sir, I want to do next time. Yes, this time name is the Sunny. Okay, now delete button I'm clicking. Delete button I'm clicking. Yes, observe that. Now what is the value of button? Can you please have a look once? Username is the Sunny. Button value is nothing but what? Delete. Button value is nothing but what? Delete. Now the button value itself is the delete, sir. Now this result data backend target person can aware by clicking which button this person is coming, or end user click which button, he can able to aware by getting the value of this button. Remember that. Are you in a position to understand, right? Yes, man. Are you in a position to understand, right? Yes. Similarly, here see this one. Similarly, sir, this time I'm taking some Mallika. This time I'm taking some Mallika. Update. Update, sir. Mallika. Update. Now, what is the button value I'm getting? Update. Sir, how you can able to define backend code? Backend code. If multiple buttons are there, assume some approximated code I want to show for you people. Some approximated code I want to write. Don't worry, it is not any programming language code. Just okay, some approximated basic idea purpose, right? Now I will get what is the button value? Assume that I'm taking request dot get parameter of what is the name? Button. Okay, button is the name of the parameter, because in the query string which one is coming, sir? Button like this, right? Now, sir, button value. Okay, I'm getting button value, sir. If button value is equal to edit is equal to edit perform edit related functionality. Are you getting? Perform edit related functionality. Remember that, sir. Elif if a button value is delete, sir. If a button value is a delete, perform delete the related functionality. Perform delete the related functionality like this. Elif sir, button value is equal to edit delete update. Just for basic idea purpose, right? It's not exact code, it is the kichdi code. Okay, because I'm not writing complete functionality. Perform update related functionality. Are you getting? Don't ask in which language you are writing and so on. Okay, like assume some pseudocode. Okay, like this is something like Python related, I'm writing the code, sir. Now, are you in a position to understand, right? I hope everyone can able to understand, sir. In the backend, we have to analyze. In the backend, we require to analyze end user clicked edit button or delete button, update button. Based on that button value, I have to execute the corresponding code. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, that's all. So within a sir, here can you please observe a bit carefully, sir? Within the form, single form, is it possible to define multiple buttons or not? Why not? If you have multiple buttons, how you can able to implement functionality? This is right. If you are going to use frameworks, sir, then our life will become too much easy, sir. Now I have one thing to write this code. Where I require to write this code? Remember, where I require to write this code? Inside the results.html. Correct or not? Inside results page I require to write. But if you want to write this type of code, the results.html we should not use, because this bloody person Bleedy results.html is always going to talk about thanks for confirmation results, such type of text, normal static information only. If you want to do such type of processing, backend, Python or JSP or ASP or PHP, something like extra thing is required, which is more worthy than our HTML. HTML meant for only static, no processing kind of thing. If you want the functionality, then we require to go for backend languages. It may be Java language, it may be Python language. Here I am writing Python code. Regarding it may be some code must be required. So in the web application development, wherever processing is required, some processing must be required, then compulsory backend language will come in the picture. Any doubt? After this, yesterday one student asked this doubt, sir, within the single form, multiple submit buttons are there. If multiple submit buttons are there, how you can able to implement, sir? Okay, this is the way we can able to implement. That's it, sir. Okay, now, sir, yeah. Multiple HTML files was there already. You can able to do that, but what the use? Unnecessary, because end user is always having the option edit, delete, update. Then automatically multiple HTML files, multiple HTML forms not recommended. Correct, right? Malaya, if you want to submit different buttons to different what we call targets, then there is some facility came in HTML5. In HTML5, form, action, something like, but normal HTML4 it is not there. Okay. Next, sir, in HTML single quote, double quote, both are same. Both are same, like Python. Single quote or double quote same. Yes, someone observed my code. Somewhere I use a single quote, somewhere I use a double quote. Are you getting? Yes, sir. Single quote, double quote, both are same in HTML. Triple quotes I don't think in HTML. That is a Python specific. Next, so for secret code to end user, can we use backend application? Yes, why not? Yes, because internally functionality what is going to be executed, my end user should not aware. End user is always going to communicate by using such type of forms. So something, okay, here end user is always going to communicate with this type of thing. He click edit button. Internally, what thing is happening? He should not aware. Which code is executing? He should not aware. End user is always going to communicate with UI components only. Backend code we are responsible to write, which is always there within the server. Okay, like that's all, sir. Just let me continue, because if you are very perfect with these kind of thing, tomorrow our Django will become very easy, because UI side we are very strong. Okay, remember. Now, what next thing I have to take care? What is the next cinema we require to take care, sir? How to define? How to define drop down box, drop down box, or select the box? I want to implement drop down box or select a box. Select a box. How you can able to do that, sir? Drop down box or select a box? How we can able to do that? Very simple, sir. Very simple. I want to implement, sir, payment method. Regarding I want to implement payment method. Enter your payment mode, something like. How you can able to do is, sir, maybe online banking, credit card, debit card, like a PayPal, like I want to provide multiple options for the end user. Then how you can able to do that, sir? Sir, very simple. Select. Are you getting? Very simple, sir. Select the name is equal to P mode, something like payment mode. Are you getting? Select the name is equal to P mode. Sir, within that various options must be required. Okay, what is the first option? What is the assume what is the first option? First option is credit card. Assume that first option is credit card. Okay, sir, if he is selecting credit card, it is the end user understandable form. So to the back end, which value should go? Option value is equal to C card, something like that. So to the back end, which value will go, sir? This value by default will go. But to the end user, which thing will be displayed, sir? Sir, credit card. Like this, it's going to be displayed. So first option is ready. Like that, multiple options you can able to define. Now, my second one is debit card. Are you getting? D card, something like that. Next, third ones are net banking. Are you getting? Net banking, something like sir, net B, like this I'm taking, sir, or net banking, like this. Next, fourth one, sir, PayPal. Okay, PayPal. Okay, PayPal, like this I'm taking, sir, PayPal, like this. So now option got completed. Now this is, sir, select. Are you getting that? Like select. Now I want to define enter payment mode. Are you getting? Enter payment mode, like this I'm taking, sir. Now take a bit very special care. After this, if you want, you can take submit button and so on. All the things are very clear for you people, right? Now let me refresh this one. Let me refresh this one. Are you getting? Enter payment mode. Enter payment mode. How many values are there, sir? Credit card. How many values are there? Credit card, debit card, net banking, and then PayPal. Like, so do you know, these are the values. These are the values displayed for the end user. But for the back end, if we are selecting this value, which thing by default will go? These values will go. Based on these values, we have to write the code. Are you getting it? Sir, P mode is equal to C card will go. C card will go. Sir, P mode is equal to D card will go. Like this, right? Based on if a payment mode is the C card, sir, do C card related activity. If a payment mode is the D card, perform D card related activity. Who is going to take care of all those backend with the responsible, right? Let me write some submit button also. Yeah, input type is equal to submit. Input type is equal to submit. Next value is equal to, okay, just submit. Okay, submit I'm taking, sir. Submit like this I'm taking. Now observe. Let me refresh. Yes, enter payment mode. Debit. Observe the debit card. Now, how the query string looks like? Now observe that. Submit. Can you please observe? Payment mode is equal to D card. This data will go to the backend, sir. Now the backend person will ask, "Oi, what is the payment mode entered by end user? D card. Then perform D card related action." Are you able to understand how you can able to write checkbox? I mean drop down boxes. How you can able to write drop down boxes, right? Yes, man. Can you please confirm? Are you in a position to understand? Yes. How the backend will get this user entered value? Now you are getting some idea. What is the need of backend? Who is going to do processing? Kind of thing. Backend is the responsible. Backend will read this data. Backend is the responsible to do all required activities. Right. This is the front end. What end user is seeing? Front end. What end user is providing the data? Okay. Like this one is like. So now we covered when should we go for select instead of radio button. Yeah, do you know sometimes what will happen is sometimes what will happen is radio button means most of the times gender, yes or no, these kind of things. We should go for radio button, right? Okay. Next, multiple options are available. Multiple options. I want to display all those options like select box. Next, moreover, the biggest advantage with the select box is you can select multiple options also. Are you getting that? Sir, you can select multiple. Sir, choose your required subjects. I want core Java, I want advanced Java, like I want core Java, I want advanced Java, like this. So obviously we should go for select. But only one option you require to select. Then we should go for what? Which one is the recommended, sir? What we call radio button. Next, number of options should be less. 1 minute. Let me clarify. Radio button options should be either two or three, and we should select only one option. Are you getting that? Radio options should be either 2 or 3. We should select only one option. something like, can you please give an example? Can you please give an example? Gender. Next, are you married? Are you married? Gender, like this, right? Okay, so these kind of things are nothing but only two options or three options by default will be there, like this, right? Next, here, are you drinker or not? Regarding, are you drinker or not? Are you smoker or not? Regarding these kind of things, yes or no? Only two or three options by default will be there. So for such type of cases, we should go for radio button. Next, sir, I want multiple things, right? What I want to do is, if you want multiple kind of things, then we should go for select a box. Select a box. Select a box. More number of options are there. More number of options are there. Options are there. Something like choose your city. Regarding choose your city, there are hundreds of city names are available. Enter, choose your state. Regarding, sir, what is your country? Like multiple countries are there. You require to select India. You require to select India. Something like sir, like next, sir, traveling. While traveling, enter your, choose your source. In India, what is from Hyderabad? I want to go to Bangalore. Something like choose source and destination. Like the more number of options are there, then we should go for. Next, another advantage here, end user can select one value or multiple values. Multiple values also there. Okay, select one value or multiple value. So usually end user can select by default single value. If you want multiple, just specify here multiple like this, right? Multiple, then end user is allowed to select multiple values also. Let me show that. Let me show that. Yes, we have done right. Whenever I'm using multiple, it is showing all. Okay. Next, keep control button. Sir, select. Then how many options I selected? How many options I selected? Two options I selected, right? Two options. Now two values should go to the back end. Two values should go to the back end. Observe that. Submit. If I submit, how many options will go to the back end? Payment mode is the C card and the payment mode is the net banking. Now, based on that, backend person is going to perform the required activity. Is it clear, right? But in the case of radio button, sorry, you can't. You should have only one option. Now, radio button and select box. Any doubt? Ayo, respond. Who asked the doubt? Is it clarified, right? Who asked the doubt? Clarified? Okay, that's all. Next, sir, check boxes. Check box, right? Let me talk about that. That may be the last form components are check box. Check box, like let me go for check box. Sir, can you please tell how you can able to sir, use how you can able to define check box? It is again input tag only. Again input tag. Sometimes choose your known languages, or which languages you know I want to implement, sir. Regarding which languages you know, or choose your languages. Choose your languages. I want to choose my known languages, right? Sir, very simple, sir. Input type is equal to checkbox. Input type is equal to checkbox. Name is equal to language. Name is equal to language. Sir, now choose your known languages. Okay, sir, what I want to take, input type is equal to checkbox, name is equal to language. Sir, value is equal to which languages you want. Assume that value is equal to English language. Assume that, sir, English language, like sir, ENG I'm taking. Now for the end user, which value I have to display? For end user, which some label we want. What I want to take here is English. Regarding, like now, have a look once. It's not option, sir. It is something like label. Label, right? Okay, label. Now this is the checkbox. What is the value? English, like this. 1 minute. Let me show. Yes, have you observed? Checkbox. Regarding checkbox, okay, like this. Some read terms and conditions, like so, like choose your comfortable languages, comfortable domains, like. Now Here just observe this. This is English like this. Let me use some PR or otherwise. Sir, you can define multiple. You can define multiple, right? Sir, other, okay, Telugu. Tell, I'm taking Telugu like this, right? Next, Hindi, I'm taking, sir. Hindi. Now, sir, these are the display values to the end user, but to the back end, these values will go. Remember this, these values will go, sir. Now, have a look once, sir. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. English, Telugu, Hindi. Now, I hope you people can able to understand, right? English. Sir, which languages you know? Sir, I know only English, right? I know only English. Submit. Submit. Now, have you observed? In the query string, can you please observe carefully, sir? Language. Which language? English. Regarding only English. Okay. Now I'm selecting two values. I'm selecting two values, right? Now submit. How many languages by default? Language English, language Telugu. Yes, two values are going, sir. Okay. Now, sir, observe that Hindi also. Submit. Then three values by default will go. So, based on if multiple options are there, you want to select, then checkboxes you can. Only one option you require to select, radio button. If you have huge number of lists, huge number, some 20 values, 30 values and so on, drop down is the selector, select is the recommended. Sometimes what will happen, sir, English language, Hindi language, everyone should aware, man, it is the India's national language, everyone should aware Hindi language, assume that, then automatically by default it's already checked, because it's already checked, sir. What I will take here, just checked. Are you getting what I'm taking, sir? Just checked like this, right? If I can take checked, what it means is, can you please observe? Already checked. We are not required to select, man. Compulsory it should be default. Everyone should aware Hindi. Okay, like everyone should aware Hindi, like this one. That's why I'm taking like this. Next, the remaining, I know only Telugu, I don't know English, right? Submit. Then automatically two values by default will go. Any doubt? Now check boxes. Yeah. No, Malaya, usually what will happen, one checkbox depending on another checkboxes, most of the times we want to do that. Most of the times we want to do that. Okay, if you want, we can do, but most of the times we want. Someone is asking, Shashank, how we can stop user from unchecking? No, default unchecking, I don't think. Maybe what we may use some CSS, maybe, I'm not sure. Should always be checked. That's why default already checked, we are keeping. Yeah, maybe a chance, but is there any chance to have some CSS? Like, let me check. As of now, I'm not sure. Okay, maybe. Default checkbox may be disabled sometimes, because this value should always be, yes, correct. Yes, for that compulsory we should have some CSS kind of style. Like maybe in the future, definitely I will cover this point, don't worry. Okay, sir, that's all. I hope checkboxes style everyone having the basic idea now. So if you are seeing anywhere checkbox, oh, I can able to design I can able to write my own checkbox also. Nothing is there, sir. Just a simple. These are the things what you should aware, sir. Okay. Now there is one more last thing I require to explain. One more last, sir. What is that? Sometimes, do you know text box I want, sir? I want text box. What you are taking, sir? Enter name like this. Now I have to take a text box. It is the okay value. How much data you can enter in the text box? Can you please respond? How much data you can enter in the text box? Just hardly some minimum data, maybe name or something like this, right? But sometimes what will happen, so provide your feedback. Are you getting? This is about my requirement, right? Can you please provide feedback? Okay, a big feedback you are going to provide. Big feedback what you are required to provide. Then how you have to do, sir? Text area. We should go for what? Text area. There number of rows and the number of columns we require to provide. Okay, number of rows and number of columns we require to provide, not single text box. How you can able to define, sir? Sir, enter. Are you getting? Enter your feedback, or please provide your feedback. Okay, enter your feedback. I'm asking, sir. Now, sir, I'm taking here. Can you please guide how I have to define text area? Please, anyone? Can you please guide? Please guide how I can define text area. Very simple. Input type is equal to input type is equal to text area. Input type is equal to text area. Then automatically text area by default will come in the picture. Text area. This is the tag we require to use. Okay. Text area tag we require to use. Don't tell input type is equal to text and so on. Okay. Text area. Okay. Name. What is the name of this text area, sir? Feedback. Observe that feedback is the name. Next, what is the how many rows you want, sir? 8 rows I want. How many calls you want? Calls means columns. How many columns you want? 80 columns I want. Are you getting right? This is a text area. Okay, like now let me close this text area. Are you getting? Now I hope it's very clear. Next, input type is equal to submit and so on. You can able to do that, sir. Submit your feedback. Like just here I'm taking. So just input type is equal to submit. Input type is equal to submit. So value is equal to submit feedback. Okay, submit feedback like this I'm taking, sir. Submit feedback like this. Now have a look once, sir. Observe it very carefully, sir. Yes, enter your feedback. Don't worry about formations, styles. Enter your feedback like, sir, if you want, happily we can able to enter. Happily we can able to enter your feedback, right? So like, have you observed, right? Next, submit this feedback. Submit this feedback like this. So this is what you have to aware. Yes. Then by using which attribute, which name we can get this feedback means by using this name. Are getting something like request start get parameter of feedback, automatically total end user provided data we are going to get. That data we will upload in the database, or otherwise we will save somewhere for the future purpose. Clear? Yes. These are various text fields. These are various form parameters what we should aware, right? Okay. Yes, Malaya. For that, user has these many parameters remaining to enter. For that, some styling must be required, or JavaScript code we require to write, because some calculation must be there, right? Some calculation must be there. Okay, like so how many characters already entered, how many still remaining, like this, right? Okay. Yeah, there is one small doubt, sir. Shashank Reddy, if you want to the data to be available on the page, should be method equal to post target, sir. If you don't mention rows and columns, simple, sir. Method equal to post target, sir. Very simple. If you general word, if you want to submit some data to the server, then we should go for post method. If you want to get information from the server, then usually we will go for get method. Remember that. Regarding Shashank, that depends. So get or post means if you want to get the data from the server, get method. Sir, I want to trains information. Get method. I want a flight information, get method. Whether movie tickets are available or not, can you please show available movie tickets, get method. Can you please book my ticket, post method. Book my ticket, post method. Okay. Next, these rows and columns mandatory or not? That may remove. One student is asking, rows and columns mandatory or not? Yes, it is. Maybe it is. I'm not providing, sir. It is taking something like. If you are not providing, default values by default will be there. Default values it's going to consider. Don't worry. Okay, that's all, friends. This is about what are various text parameters, right? Sir, up to this within the form, up to this within the form. Okay, just up to this within the form, we covered about, sir, text field, next the email, input email, next and after that password. We aware next how to choose color, and user can able to select a color also. Color we covered. Next and after that radio button we covered. Next checkbox already we discussed. Other than these input, sir, what about select box we covered. Next, what about text area we discussed. Next, there are some attributes we discussed. Required attribute. Next, and after that, place folder. Like this, we discussed about these things also. Okay, now the terminology is a bit very clear, right? Now, what is the next thing I want to discuss for you people is, let me go for, sir, every time how I am typing. If I want to type HTML, what I'm always trying to do, sir. Okay, taking edit plus and then enter some, everything I'm doing manually. But this type of style is not at all recommended. Compulsory we should go for IDE's concept. Compulsory we should go for IDE's concept, right? How you can able to use editor, maybe inline editor, what we call atom for HTML kind of thing. Atom itself is the best suitable, right? Okay, atom itself is the best suitable. Okay, how you can able to install atom? It's a very simple, sir. Download you can. It's very simple. Just atom.io. I hope atom.io. Are you getting atom.io like this? Sir, directly it is going to ask for Windows download. Are you getting? For Windows download. Yes, it is. Yes, it is meant for HTML only. For Python related, we can use PyCharm. Don't worry about that. Python related, we are going to use PyCharm. Okay, sir, this is just purely for HTML front end discussion kind of thing. It will be very easy. Yes, you are allowed to use Spider, Atom. You can use. Next, PyCharm you can use, like this multiple. Sir, show in folder. This is something like you are going to get, sir. This is something like you are going to get. Just click that automatically. Yes, sir, this icon, all the normal. So Sublime text also you can use, no problem. Any text editor you can use. Even Edit Plus itself is also acceptable. Edit Plus whatever I'm using also acceptable, but more comfort is not there. Okay, what I will take, just open. Just if you really required, I will uninstall my version and then I will install. Not required, I hope you can able to understand very easily. Yes, my atom is going to start. Very easy in install, nothing is there. Just next, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So now what I want to do is, I have one folder is already there, sir. So in D drive, I have one folder is there. In the D drive, what we call matrimonial. Okay, matrimonial is there, sir. I have matrimonial is there. Just observe that, sir. What I want to do is just by using this atom. Okay, let me show you a small. What is the advantage we are going to get? Once you open, there are several things you are going to get, sir. Don't worry about that. Close all these things. Welcome, ternary content. Next, select. It's my own thing. It's my own thing, sir. Don't worry about all these things, sir. Just file. Choose your folder. Open folder. Open folder or add project folder. Sir, which folder I want? Assume Durga matrimonial. Okay, select this folder. Okay, like empty folder, right? Empty folder, then automatically it's going to come, because in that already there. Sir, I am taking right click, new file. Okay, right click, new file. Sir, abc.html. I'm taking, sir, abc.html. Yes, HTML. You require to type. Sir, now immediately you may have the bigger doubt. Sir, when compared with this atom, okay, Edit Plus is the very recommended, sir, because whenever I'm asking HTML, default template at least came, sir, like, don't worry, don't worry. This is the what we call atom. Here, just we are not required to type anything. HT, that's all. HT, enter. HT, enter, that's all. Now full thing by default is coming. Are you getting that? Full thing by default is coming. Now inside title, this is atom demo. Atom demo, like this I'm talking, sir. Atom demo. Next, inside body. I want H1. Oi, welcome to something like I want H1. Just type H1. Type H1. Okay, automatically H1 is going to come. You are not required to, sir, open the tag, close the tag. Okay, so welcome to here, just welcome to Django classes, like this I'm taking. Welcome to Django classes, like this I'm taking, sir. Next, if you want form, FORM, enter. Automatically form is going to come, sir. Okay, if you want some paragraph tag, P, automatically paragraph is going to come. This is paragraph. This is paragraph, like this. Sir, I want input tag, input, then automatically input is going to come. Again, I want select box, select, then the select is going to come. Inside select, I want option, then automatically, have you observed, right? Option, then option is going to come. Regarding, so is it easy or not? Can you please observe? Is it very easy or not? Yes, what there? Our development time by default is going to reduce, right? We are not required to type like this. Okay. So after completing this one, okay, you saved Control S is the normal, saved Control S is the normal, save. Next, sir, which one, sir? Here abc.html. Here have you observed? Project Explorer is there. Explore abc.html. Right click on this. Here, copy full path. Regarding copy full path, like this. So now open your browser. Next time after that, copy full path. Just copy. Automatically your ABC by default is going to come. Is it clear for all of you, right? So this is that much easy. Sir. So IDE's concept, editor's concept, highly recommended to use. Okay, like this is, so our life by default will become very easy. Tomorrow I want to link CSS style. I want to link a CSS to this HTML. Just inside header, I want to link the LINK. Are you getting LINK? Automatically everything is going to come. You require to change the name, that's all. Sir, I can use the word 50 to 60, 70% of the code. 50 to 60, 70% of the code by default is going to be generated by this Atom itself. Best editor while work in the front end. Yes, I hope, Litu, can you please cross check? I hope it is the HTML5. Sir, compliance is there. Yes, correct. I hope. Clear, right? Okay, sir, everything, it's a very easy. We are not required to write much code. Suppose image tag is required somewhere. I am, that's all. Image tag is by default is going to come. I want the anchor tag, sir. Enter. Anchor tag is coming. Just enter your link. That's all. All the HTML repeated activities by default this person is going to do that. Everyone can able to understand? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Better to use just to explore this small example. Okay, just I mean 2 or 3 HTML pages install in your system, 2 or 3 HTMLs better to practice. Okay, so I will discuss. There is one beautiful example is there for you people, right? Okay, Durga matrimonial. I want to develop this one. Don't worry, matter of just half an hour time. We in front of you I will code so that we are in a position to know how front end is going to be there. What is the role of back end? You will get much clarity, I'm sure. Just observe this. So this is the example what we are going to discuss. This is the example, right? Sir, here home.html is there. Copy full path. No. Atom is not specific to the browser. Not specific to the browser. It is going to provide support for cross-platform. It is going to provide support for all browsers. Don't worry. But usually highly recommended while working, Chrome is the recommended. Okay, that's all. Home.html. Just this application we are going to develop. Observe the functionality, sir. What is this tag? Oi, what is this tag? H1 tag. H1 tag. This is image tag. Okay. Next and after that, have you observed? Welcome to Durga matrimonial. Okay, matrimonial. We are specialized in the following areas. What these areas, right? Can you please read? Late marriages, early marriages, second and third marriages, dating come marriages, like what are these things, right? It is unordered list. Are you getting unordered list? Next, here click here to register. Hyperlink, anchor tag. Sir, click here to register. Then automatically it will go to the next level. Sir, hyperlink already you know how to define. Next, now registration form is coming. Have you observed, right? This registration form. Now this registration form, how you can able to do that? Okay, how you can able to do? Sir, just all fields are mandatory. Yes, what these placeholders are coming. Next, required attribute I'm keeping like this. Enter name Durga. Observe that. Enter email Durga gmail.com. Enter age 48 I'm taking, sir. Are you interested in dating? No, I'm not interested. Your expectations like okay, Katrina Kaif, Kareena Kapoor, Sunny Leone, Mallika Sherawat, Sunny Leone. Okay, how many marriages you want? Okay, here what is this one? What is this one, sir? Can you please tell? Array, what is this one? This is the select. Next, what is this one, sir? This is radio button. Yes or no? Are you interested in dating? Yes or no? Next, what is this one? Again, drop down. How many marriages you want? 4 marriages minimum I want. Okay. Next, are you heavy alcoholic or not? Yes or no, or only weekend, something like a checkbox. Are you getting? Only weekends. Just I'm taking. Your preferences and extra information. No special preferences, right? Okay. Like register. If I click register, now the control will go to. Ray, please respond. If I click register, now the control will go to result page. I mean, show some page backend. Okay. Now it is telling thanks for registration. You will get batch details soon by email. Okay. If you have this knowledge, this flow, then where backend will come in the picture, you can able to understand clearly what is the role of backend. Are you getting any doubt? Any doubt about this one? Yeah, Guru Prasad, I will announce. Don't worry. Any doubt about this one? That's all, sir. This is what you people should give away. Next and after that, sir, seems to be, not that much look. Seems to be, it is not that much look is not good. Are you getting right? Sir, I want look and feel. Then automatically what we have to do, style must be required. Regarding I want not look is not that much good. Seems to be, if you observe this registration form, not that much good. Some style must be required. That style itself is nothing but how you can able to do. For that we should go for CSS styling. Are you getting right? We should go for CSS. Somewhere Prithvi, I hope you shared some image to me. Wonderful, beautiful image. Here just have a look once. Yes, sir, this is okay. Yeah, here have a look once, sir. This is so how it looks like. Regarding normal HTML is nothing but like this. Okay, normal HTML itself is nothing but something like okay. But HTML with the CSS is nothing but like this. We have to Are you getting that? HTML with CSS is nothing but wow, full cuteness by default is going to come in the picture. For that, okay, like Prithvi, he shared this image to me. Okay, like I hope everyone can aware, right? Yes, only HTML how it looks like Chinese it seems. Yes, maybe. Yes, how only HTML with the CSS is nothing but the difference you can able to see. Sir, can you please show something like you people may ask? Matter of one second, sir. Matter of 1 second, sir. Here I have what I'm taking is one small thing, sir. Sir, total body is there, sir. Total body is there, sir. Just I'm writing CSS file here, just body tag, sir. Body tag, what I want to take, sir. Border colon, sir. Okay, some 20 px. Okay, next and after that 20 px, next solid border I want red color border I want, sir. 20 pixel, okay, 20 or otherwise 50 pixel solid red color border I want for my this total web page, then automatically what we have to do, sir, what we require to do that. Okay, like sir, that's all. I write a CSS file. What is the name of the CSS file I wrote? Can you please tell? Form.css. Assume that, sir. In the registration form I want to link that. Can you please guide how I can able to do that, sir? In the head, link, that's all. Link a style sheet. What is that? Form.css. Form.css, like this I'm taking. Now just refresh this one. Wow, wonderful. Form is coming, sir. This much border is coming or not? Okay, like sir, for this form, okay, this registration form I want in blue color, like registration form I want in blue color. What I'm taking, it may be h1, it may be h1 tag. Next and after that color is blue I'm taking, sir. Color is blue I'm taking. Then automatically, can you please have a look once? Color automatically it's coming blue color. Okay, like sir, do you know like we can able to do that, sir? Wherever h1 tag is there, wherever h1, okay, like we have, okay, like this. Next, total form tag, input tags are there, input tags are there. This is input tag and so on. All input tags, background color should be, all input tags background color should be gray color I want, sir, not white, gray color I want. Then automatically, sir, all input tags color background color should be gray I'm taking, sir. Background color should be gray I'm taking. Are you getting right? All these input fields wherever there, sir, with the background color gray, something like this I'm taking, sir. Like you can able to do any kind of thing. Suppose labels, sir, labels are there. All labels, text color should be red I'm taking, sir. Label tag, okay, color is red I'm taking. Color is red I'm taking, sir. Okay, now refresh. So total labels, yes, I'm using label, name label, email label, age label, like this. Yes, no, something like this. Are you able to understand? Okay, like that. Sir, I want total body border I want, sir. Background I want some image, background colon URL of some image I want, sir. Of some image, background images, background images, like this I'm taking. Maybe system is slow. Yes, here just observe that some images, background images, some images are too good. Okay, now what I want to take here is, okay, this image something is good, man. This image something is good. Okay, now copy image address, copy image address. Just let me take in my atom URL like this. Regarding URL like this, I'm taking, sir. Now have a look once. Not this. Now have a look once. Is it going to be reflected or not? No, no, because maybe required to take within double quotes. Put Sunny Leonina. Okay, yeah, just within double quotes, and then maybe semicolon missing, something like. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, yeah, no, some change. Okay, happily we can able to do that. Don't worry, sir. Background URL like this is correct only, but there is some correct background. Yes, have you observed, right? Automatically, happily my background color got changed. Okay, based on this I will. So something like that. So I told, right, now I hope you can able to see this impact. Are you getting that? You can able to see this impact for our HTML pages or not. Yes, without this, observe. Without this, with this, very the difference, right? Now observe this, sir. I'm not having any style. I'm not having any style. Style is not there, sir. Style is not there. Now observe that. Array. Are you getting that? Array, this is style is not there. Style is not there. This is looks like man. Now style is there, sir. Just control V space save. Okay, style is there. How it looks like. Observe the difference. Yes, that is what where the CSS will come in the picture. Okay, wonderful, beautiful concepts, right? We will discuss. Don't worry about that. Any doubt? Yes, we will discuss. So this is about this is about what we have. Okay, now one more thing I saw. Really, I impressed like anything today. Go. Yes, here one offline batch is going on, right? Yes, here just have a look once, sir. How wonderful it is. Here just I'm taking. How wonderful it is. Sir, H1 tag, color is the blue. H over, color is the blue. Next, font size I'm taking. Font size I'm taking. Font size is some 30 pixels. 30 pixels I'm taking. What is the meaning of this one, sir? If the mouse is going on H1 tag, automatically it is going to be highlighted. Observe that. H over, mouse over, something like now have a look once. Let me refresh this one. Yes, refresh. Now if it is coming, sir, it is in the blue color, something like here. Which color I use? Maybe blue I use. Okay, instead of blue, it's already in the blue color. Let me take red. Next, and after that, instead of, sir, 100 px I'm taking. Now observe the difference, right? Now how beautiful it is available once. Yes, if I will go, are you getting? If my mouse is going there, automatically it will be highlighted. Automatically it will be highlighted. Sir, let me take some 70. Now have a look once. Yes, are you seeing right? Something like you can. So with the CSS, there are n number of things are applicable. Yes, it is images. Whenever our mouse is going on a particular image, automatically that image is going to be enlarged, right? That image is going to be magnified. Such type of things are CSS effects. Just if you are going to bear with me another 1 week, I can complete CSS also. So just half an hour I have to take this HTML. After completing that, we will talk about CSS. Once a CSS completed, CSS framework is the bootstrap. We are going to discuss 1 more week.